what's up, everybody? We got Willem here. Aiden, how you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah, well, thanks.
I'm getting close to Christmas time.
Oh, yeah.
Now you guys ready to go home? Where are you from, anyway?
London.
Oh, you
both
there you go.
London. We're already home.
Yeah.
Never mind, you're already here. You guys like live at home, or do you have your own places? Or Cool.
Yeah. With my mom.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of awesome.
It's far, but it's
Is it far? Whereabouts do you live?
like southwest London.
Okay,
It's like
cool.
pretty much on the other side of the city. Not quite as far away as he does. but
Right. Like Byron area? Or
Westmount.
Almost. Almost.
Okay,
Byron.
cool.
Not
Yeah.
quite, yeah.
I worked up there and over there in the
Oh, yeah.
summertime, yeah. So it was like a bit of a drive in the morning, but oh well.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. What you guys been up to?
Finishing all the projects.
Like everybody else.
Scary time.
Yeah. It's like nice to like now that the creative cover is like over, it's nice that it was due yesterday, but like
Yeah.
if I going into it was like, oh man, I don't know. It being due on
Well, like
Tuesday,
it took up all of my mental capacity, and then as soon as it's done, it's like, oh, I'm still not done. I still got to do all this other stuff.
yeah, that's true. It's gonna be weird coming back and it's still first semester
Yeah.
for like a bit.
yeah.
That's gonna be strange, but I mean, whatever. Cool. Well, let's just talk about music stuff. Have you guys have been together for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which-
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite
I
a
didn't
bit.
know that. Like the first couple times I saw you, I was like, man, these guys are so fucking tight for like just getting together. And then I
Yeah.
found out that you've like been together for a while, and I'm like,
We're-
oh,
we're
there you go.
Yeah. Not the same group. We were in a youth rock band
Oh,
from
okay.
like 10 to 15, I guess.
Okay.
It's kind of embarrassing years to look back on, but I mean, I
Good
guess
experience.
Yeah,
it
for
helped.
sure. It got you here, right?
Yeah.
So, like, that's cool.
We met in
grade 2.
grade 2.
Nice.
At
Wow.
Kensal Park.
Nice.
French immersion.
That's awesome. How old are you guys?
20.
Yeah.
Took me a bit.
Oh. That always gets people. It's like a weird
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I thought you guys were a little bit older.
Damn. Well,
Now I feel old. I'm
That's
21.
good.
That's awesome though. So then like when did it become like your thing? Like when was it like the band?
so U-Turn was the name of the band.
Okay.
Broke up in grade 10. Like I guess that's what grade it is when you're 15, right?
Yeah,
Grade
yeah.
10. So then we kind of just chilled for a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm not talking to the
Yeah,
mic.
no.
And then we started this like it's kind of like psychedelic, like post rock or something.
Mhm.
Like it's like a studio project right now called Pencil Diver.
Right.
And I've always just been writing songs.
Yeah.
So I started getting these guys to play with me like a couple years ago.
Cool.
Probably around the start of first year.
Right.
Maybe a little bit before that, yeah.
Right. So it's like, because I know when you like play live, you're just, like, it's just your name. Right?
Yeah.
So like when it comes out, is then it like gonna have like the Pencil Diver name, or is that like totally different?
That's a different thing.
Oh, it's
yeah.
different,
We write
okay.
those songs as bands.
Oh, okay.
We're almost done my EP.
Cool.
Aiden's up producing it with me.
Sweet.
It'll come out in like probably late January, early February. But
Awesome.
the band is called the Friends of the Cove.
Okay.
So I write all the music, but these guys help me make them songs.
Right.
So
yeah.
the EP is going to be called the Friends of the Cove EP.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And you said late January likely for that. Are you
Yeah,
gonna, like,
I
put a
think so.
single out or anything before that?
Probably. I was thinking about putting like a single out before it's mastered, just
Right.
online,
Right.
kind of to like stir the pot.
Yeah, for sure.
But we'll see. It depends how fast it gets done too. Like,
Yeah,
I want
absolutely.
it to have tracking done by December, which is still possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then there's like all that mixing and mastering
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
It takes a while after
Yeah.
that.
Are you guys doing all that too? Like all the mixing and stuff?
I asked Rob to master it. I think he's
Alright.
going to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. That's awesome.
But probably most of the mixing will be us, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, we got Dan doing our stuff, which is
That's sweet. Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's we just got like we haven't got the final back, but we got like the first mix for our single back a couple weeks ago.
Ooh.
And we're just like we're all in here like, oh fuck. It was funny because like Carl's like helping us produce it, right? So like Carl's awesome, and like his final mix he did before we sent it to Dan. I was like, man, this is awesome. Like this is a really good job. And then we listened to Dan, and Carl's like, oh yeah, I should have did that. And like just all like the experience that like
Yeah.
Dan brings to something. It's like, oh damn. But yeah, that's cool. Any like music videos or anything like that you...
Yeah, I'm doing a music video for Open Seams.
Okay.
Very slowly. I was gonna put out Open Seams as the single.
Right.
With the video, so we'll see how that goes. It's like taking a really long time to film it because I kind of just like film bits and pieces of it over
okay.
like every couple weeks.
Right.
So yeah.
So you're just like doing all that yourself then, or like?
Yeah, it's really easy to film. It's like a super simple concept. It's just
Right.
like shots of me standing there.
Right.
So I just like set up a tripod and then walk to the
Right.
spot that I stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Where you're just doing that like anywhere, like just like different
Yeah.
scenes and stuff.
I've done a little bit in Toronto, a little bit in London. I did some like outside of London. I was driving back with Liam Buckley from, I guess it was Mississauga. Like I was up in Toronto to see my girlfriend.
Okay.
And we did some like on the way back because his tire was broken. So
Nice.
we had to take all the
Might
back
as well.
roads. So yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Might as well film a video if you're like
Yeah,
stuff's broken.
exactly.
That's hilarious. Cool. Yeah. So like, what are you like plans for like shows and stuff coming up, or like you play like relatively consistently?
Yeah, like
So-
once in a while. I'm like
Yeah.
not good at booking shows.
Yeah. That's a struggle in
I
itself.
know,
which-
right? It's tough when you don't have any material out. Too,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah. Exactly.
I wanted to get like live recordings done. I was gonna
Yeah.
get them from the showcase, but we didn't end up playing it because I got sick, and then
Right.
like all the Share the Land stuff happened.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah, I don't have any like plans to play right now.
Right.
I don't have anything booked just because I've been so focused on like the projects. and
Yeah, yeah.
Getting the tracking done for the EP, but
Yeah.
I want to play in the new year once it's done.
Yeah, for sure.
That'll be good because I'll have stuff to give people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like looking at like Rum Runners and stuff. Have you
Yeah,
played Rum
that'd be
Runners
cool.
like with this project?
No,
No.
I played with
Yeah.
Waterbaby
Yeah.
and with Daytrip.
Yeah,
which
I
is
saw you guys in
Savage Dog.
Daytrip, which I wanted to talk about. That was awesome.
Oh,
I like
thanks,
didn't
man.
know that was like a thing, and then it was like a happy, like just
Yeah.
to stumble on it.
That's like
super
Severia
cool.
and John's project.
Right.
So.
Yeah, that's super cool. And then you're playing. What are you playing in that? You're playing like synth or like piano in that?
Yeah,
Or-
synth and synth and guitar a little bit.
Right, right. And then you're just like slapping the bass all the time.
You know, doing the do.
Your family's like super musical, right? I mean, maybe yours is too. I didn't mean to like make that like.
Yeah,
But-
pretty musical. My sister is in the program.
Yeah.
Of course, and yeah, my brother plays and sings as well. He's he's a ceramic artist.
Okay.
Primarily.
Yeah.
And my parents are musical as well. Well, they were actors
Okay.
mostly though. Yeah.
Cool. That's pretty awesome.
But it's nice to have people in the house to sing with.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
If
for
you need
sure.
someone to throw harmony on it.
Yeah,
Imogen's
yeah.
always
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, that's pretty. Her Share the Land thing is awesome. Like,
Yeah.
you guys are. In
I was surprised it got pulled together. There's so
I heard.
many
Yeah.
people.
I was.
Yeah.
I think Spinny was talking about it, just like how quick it came together
Yeah.
and everything, and then like you and your sister were like wrote everything out basically, like.
Yeah, we kind of just arranged things in our heads.
Yeah.
Lots of ideas what we could do if
Yeah.
we could get everyone there, and that
Yeah.
was the real challenge was
Yeah.
getting everyone in one room.
Yeah. Was it like 12 people or something like that?
I think 12 in the end. Yeah.
Maybe we had one rehearsal right before that
That's
performance with
With
just
everybody except for
almost-
Isaac. Isaac wasn't
Okay.
there last
almost
time,
everybody.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of came together there.
Yeah. That's. I mean, it's gotta be easier if everybody's just like, this is what you play. So there's
Yeah.
no like, what am I doing here? Like.
Yeah.
it's
And
straight in
honestly,
front of
it
you.
was probably easier having only a couple people there every time because like trying to round everybody together and then
Mhm.
tell everybody what to play. Would be,
Yeah, that'd be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's cool. That's gonna come together really good. And then you've been doing some stuff with Austin Piggott, right? Like you like write with him sometimes.
Yeah,
and
a little
stuff. Like that's a
Yeah.
good match. You guys are good.
Oh, thanks.
Get together. I
Yeah,
know
we-
Mike loves it.
yeah, we wrote that one co-write song, and then we've been talking about recording it because Mike
Yeah.
wants us to. So
Yeah, that
we're gonna
was
try to
good.
do that in the new year. We were gonna do it when all the projects were done, but it's not happening.
Yeah, it
They're
was
not
like
gonna
with the strike, like everybody
Yeah.
I think did their like personal stuff, and then
Yeah.
the strike was over, and
Yeah.
we're like, fuck, yeah, there's still like
There's other
schoolwork.
stuff,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, man. What else? What else are you doing? Like, is Waterbaby still a thing? You still
Waterbaby's
doing
on
that?
hiatus.
On hiatus?
There's a real baby.
Ah.
Yeah, so
Jess, our lead singer. has
Okay.
Cute little baby boy Walt now.
Okay.
So
That's cool.
I on a bit of a break. I think maybe even today though, Imogen is going to meet up with Jess and
Okay.
try and finish up some vocals
Right.
for an EP we were working on at
Okay.
Sugar Shack.
Cool. Oh, awesome.
it was like the
Um,
end of the summer, I think, right?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
So
Just kind of sitting on it.
Yeah, for sure. You guys like working at Sugar Shack? I heard it's super nice.
it's
Yeah.
really vibey
Yeah.
place there.
I've never been there, but I've heard good things.
It's like a big wooden room. It's
Oh,
nice,
really?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. That so you guys like just been like involved in music like as kids? Like, was that like a thing that your parents did or like put you in, or it's just like something you were like pulled towards?
Yeah, I mean, my mom's a visual artist.
Okay.
So nobody in my family's that musical, except
Right.
for my brother's starting to play guitar and stuff now.
Right.
But we went to Pearson, which is like the art school, and you start in grade 4, and we started the band at that school. So
right.
it was kind of around then, I guess, where I really started singing. And
Right.
I don't know. You took piano and stuff before that, right?
Yeah, I had done some music lessons. And,
Right.
But it wasn't until the band, I think, that
It was something you wanted to pursue.
yeah, a big focus. And we had a lot of support, of
It's-
course,
yeah.
from parents and teachers and
Right.
stuff. And I think...
Yeah, our principal got us our first gig.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. We always did like these coffee houses and stuff, and like we're basically just open mics or whatever, right, in our high school, like once a month, which is cool. And then we do like, it would rotate, like there'd be like a battle of the bands one year, or it would be called GBSS Idol, so it's like same as like American Idol or whatever kind of thing. Yeah, that was like kind of what we did at our high school. Did you guys do stuff like that, or like?
Definitely. We
had talent shows and stuff.
Right.
I think we pretty consistently got second place.
Right.
We were not known to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one year we got beat out by
An air band.
an air band. Yeah.
Well,
that one hurt.
It was funny. Like,
it's a good story now, but like at the time
Yeah.
you're like, seriously?
you know what? It's talent enough to be able to like go on stage and do that.
Yeah.
They sold
Commit
it.
yourself. Yeah.
They sold it, to be fair.
That's hilarious. Yeah, well, we were always like, my band in high school was like relatively similar, but just like less tight to the stuff I do now. So like,
Right. Yeah.
when like the people that show up are just like people's parents, they're like, we don't really care that you guys are playing like the Foo Fighters. But like, we do this big finale for like like in grade 12 when we did Idol. The finale was at like our hall, which is like 300 people or whatever. So like pretty much the top 10 got to play the show, and then but it was just like the finalists where that's who were like competing or whatever. So that was pretty cool because we still got to play for like 300 people or whatever. So that was pretty dope.
I don't know if ours ever got that big.
No, probably not. Our school was kind of small. It was like 50 people per grade or whatever.
Oh really?
It was
Yeah.
like
There was
grades,
300
whatever.
people in the school total.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm from a small town, so like it was pretty like there was no class selection, like, and music was
Right,
just
yeah.
like the big thing in
Yeah,
our
fair.
in like our program or in our school and like our town and stuff. So like everything that like the music program did was just like a really big deal because there's like 500 kids in
Yeah.
the school, right? So like that was the only exciting thing that was ever going on, was just like whatever the orchestra was doing or anything like that, right? But yeah. Yeah, so you guys live in London like forever, like your whole lives?
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever, yeah.
I moved when I was 7. Moved from Oakville.
Oh, okay. Everybody's from Oakville, man.
Yeah. It's like almost Toronto.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm from Meaford. Do you guys know where Meaford's from? It is.
Yeah.
From. It's like Blue. Like it's like Blue Mountain area, if you know where that is.
yeah,
It's like a half hour away from there. It's just a super small town. It's just like old people.
Sick.
And like, yeah.
Sounds chill.
Yeah. It's pretty chill. It's either like old people that retired there or just like those kids from your high school that like never leave.
Yeah.
It's just like those kids.
not
They
somewhere
become
you-
the old people.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
different.
Yeah.
It's not somewhere you want to be when you're like young.
No.
I can't imagine.
No,
Yeah.
and especially like to do music stuff, like
Yeah,
not
true.
an option. I have a buddy that I was in a band with in high school who does like folk music now, Greg Smith, and he's been to like Europe and stuff. He goes to like Budapest all the time because he's like has like kind of footing in
crazy.
Budapest. Yeah, but like it's not too bad there because it's like a folk music, so like you know old people
Right,
are into
yeah.
folk music kind of thing, but like. But like, you know, you can't really be like a rock band and try to like, you know,
Yeah,
jump off,
fair.
you know.
Even in London, sometimes I'm like, man, there's not enough going on.
It's weird. Yeah.
It's like a tight circle. There's a
Yeah.
huge punk scene in London, or at least
Yeah.
there was.
Yeah.
Like, the last couple years, which is kind of weird. There was a big
Yeah.
folk punk scene too.
Really?
A couple years ago, yeah.
I
Played a
don't know.
couple of those shows with my friend
That's cool.
Kenny. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you would have like a little bit of a more like, you would know what's kind of going on like growing up here, right? Like,
Yeah, a little bit. There's like, at least in the last couple of years, a lot of the venues have closed. Like,
Smaller house venues.
yeah, like and like Vibrofusion and stuff. That was it was right. You know where Grooves used to be?
yeah.
On
yeah.
Colborne or whatever, or Clarence. One of those streets, one of the C
Yeah.
streets. It was right beside there.
Kind of a DIY venue.
Right.
Yeah, it was cool, but I mean,
There's still some places like EVAC for people to organize their own shows.
Yeah. But even like the
Yeah.
Targe is like one of the biggest venues in London right now.
Yeah, which
and
is
definitely
weird.
the biggest DIY venue.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's kind of weird. And it was weird for me because I like never had to book a show or like anything like coming from a small town. So
Yeah,
I'm, like,
true.
Especially this year when I'm like, oh, okay, we want to do stuff. I was like, I have no idea even like where to start. Or, like, and then like as you know, like sometimes you like email people and then you just like don't get a response and you're like,
well,
what the fuck?
just quit.
Yeah. What am I supposed to do with that info? It was like kind of nice though, because I'd asked like guys from like Bodie Jar and stuff, and I'm like I'm not getting any like responses. And they're like, yeah, we never did either for the first little bit. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes me feel better now. Like,
Presence.
Yeah,
it's like it's so hard to get responses without like an internet presence. And,
like, yeah. Well, and it's weird too because it's like, well, you guys have to play more shows, and it's like, yeah, that's what I'm working on.
It's a vicious cycle. Yeah, it's like you can't get a job without experience.
Yeah, it's like that's what I'm looking for. Just give me the chance. But,
yeah, we never had to book any shows either because our parents would just book for us when
right.
we were so young. And then as soon as like we were like in high school and they shouldn't be doing that for us anymore, it was like, I don't know, let's just not get gigs. Like,
yeah, it's strange for sure. And I don't want to like reach too far like out of London right now. Like I still want to like, you know, I don't want it to be like a waste of time, you know.
Yeah,
so.
gotta get that core.
Yeah,
core
exactly.
thing,
So I don't know. We're doing like okay. We played the Richmond Tavern last weekend, and that was like weird.
It's a funny place.
It's something else. I was like, I don't really want to park my car here, like at all. But
it's like we played the Grin and Gator with Waterbaby and stuff, and that's like a funny,
R.I.P.
funny place to play. Yeah, I guess it's closed now.
It's closed. That's a weird venue, or was a weird venue. Like the setup in there was really
half the
strange.
stage is like a floor.
Yeah, and it like goes like really like deep back, like the drummers just like way at the back.
Yeah. With Waterbaby, we was 6 people.
Oh, okay.
Right, so it was like we were like in a line.
Yeah, you'd have
pretty
to.
much. You guys were so far out at the front. That's weird.
Yeah, that's strange. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? You got anything? An agenda, just life, man.
Let's get deep.
Oh, I wanted to mention. I watched. What was it? It was one of the podcasts. I think it was the Hot Ones one.
Okay.
And you were talking about Expert Village.
Oh,
and I wanted to know if you had seen the recording Expert Village
I
videos.
don't think so. Maybe like way back.
They're unbelievable.
There was like a
Some of the
time
best
when I was
stuff.
like 12 where I was watching like a lot of those videos. Yeah.
Tad Donnelly, he'll give you the tips you need to get the boom.
I wanted to go
He's
when
quite
Carl
the guy.
showed me that. I was like, oh man, I need to look these up again just for a laugh.
Yeah. They're great.
I knew that. Like, I know there was like songwriting ones and stuff. Like when I was like pretty young, like 12, like 11, 12. I was like,
Yeah.
how do I write a song?
I haven't seen any of them except for the Congo one.
The Congo one's hilarious.
The Congo one.
Yeah.
The recording one.
The Kungas. And then like this, he's like, you gotta make sure your stand's all set up, and he like hits it and it like wobbles. And he's like this one isn't set up right. And you're like, why'd you start recording that?
Yeah. It's like, how do you find those people? You just like go on Kijiji and you're like, need drummer.
Yeah.
So it's satire, yeah.
I'm
never
Honestly,
sure.
I don't
where
think it is. Like,
I want to think it is for their benefit.
Like,
but like,
it's hilarious if it is satire, and it's also hilarious in a really sad way if it's not.
like The Room. Or something.
Yeah, like The Room.
Should I see the new James Franco movie?
I need to go see it. I haven't seen it yet.
I'm seeing it next week. That's my
I know Nick's gone and seen it, but man, that's something else. Like as soon as we all moved in here, we spent like the first month just watching like horrible B movies because we were just like talking about The Room all the time. We're like, none of us have actually seen it. Let's watch it.
Oh yeah.
And then we watched like, have you guys seen Troll 2?
Oh yes.
I've seen clips from
That's
Trolls
a
2.
great movie. The first time I saw it, we would do all these music trips down to the States, and we were coming home from Washington in grade 12, and this guy's like, you guys want to put on a movie? We're like an hour out from like home or whatever. And this guy's like, yeah, I got Troll 2. Let's put Troll 2 on. And everybody's like, what is it? He's like, it's awesome. It's the best movie ever. And then like my one buddy who's like in like media now, like loves movies. He's like, it's got like 2% on Rotten Tomatoes. He's like, oh no, it's awful, but like that's why it's so good.
Exactly. Well, it's like The Room, and it's so bad, but it's so watchable.
Yeah. Oh,
it's like
it's so quotable.
Yeah.
There's so many great quotes in that movie, but the story is like weird. Doesn't make any sense at all.
No sense.
really long sex
Yeah.
scenes.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's like
That's
the
the best
same
part.
sex scene twice because the,
Yeah, they
the girl
replay
didn't want to
clips,
do it
yeah.
again.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't either, man.
It's so long.
God.
Yeah, and then there's that kid in it who's just super awkward. Like,
Denny.
Denny. Yeah.
What a weird. I don't understand that character. He's one of the most mysterious characters to me.
Yeah,
What a weirdo.
absolutely.
What's their
Absolutely.
relationship?
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, none of the relationships make sense. Like, I love that the scene in the flower shop is awesome. Like
Yeah.
the ADR in
Yeah.
that is
Totally.
just like it's
That'd
so
be good
rushed.
for the ADR project.
Yeah, true.
You're my
We should
favorite
just-
customer.
Yeah. That would be a good
Honestly,
one to
because
do.
of the disaster artist, maybe somebody will do it.
Maybe.
It's making that comeback right now.
Yeah,
Somebody will do
somebody might do it, and it'll probably be better
it. Yeah,
than
probably. Yeah. But do you have to make it bad?
I don't know. I made it bad on purpose.
Exactly.
So it's
I want it to
fine.
match the movie.
We were talking about that with the car chase the other day. I don't know who I was talking to it about, but we were like, let's just go into Studio 5 and we'll record all the sounds just with our mouths.
That's what
And just-
Keegan was saying. He
Just
wanted
like
to do it all with his
purposely
mouth,
make it
yeah.
like awful.
Like cartoony, yeah.
We're like, but it has to be. It has to be like a good bad though, so Steve gets it. Cause
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's just like, do you seriously just make all the noises yourself? And he like doesn't understand. Like,
If you
it
go
was-
on the sound effects library, there's all those cartoon sounds.
Yeah.
So you could just make the whole thing out of cartoon sounds. Make it a cartoon movie.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny. The original video like isn't even like that. Like the sounds in it aren't that wonderful.
Really? I haven't even seen it.
I
didn't
watched
watch it.
well, like he's got like a clip of it, like the extended clip on the server. So I was
Okay.
like having trouble with some of the sounds. I was like, I'll just check it out and like kind of see.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll like just steal some from this or whatever. I'm like watching it, and I'm like, this isn't even that good. Like,
It was the 90s or
yeah, I
something?
think so. Yeah,
The sa-
it was a little weird.
De Niro looks pretty young in it. So
Yeah,
it's probably early
yeah.
90s.
It was super tedious to find all the sounds.
Yeah.
And then when you would look, like your ears would get tired, and then I was just getting like so frustrated with like I know exactly the sound I want, but it's like not here.
Yeah.
Through
And none of them are named like properly, really.
Yeah.
500 BMW
Yeah.
samples.
Yeah. Yeah, the first day we got the assignment, I like took all of the sound effects I thought I needed
Yeah.
and put them on my hard drive, and it was like 5 gigs or something
Yeah.
stupid of sound effects, and didn't use like any of them. I
Yeah.
was like, these are all bad, and I had
Yeah.
to go look again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like I had like engine sounds, and then I was like when I was showing Anella, and she was like, they don't rev enough. You have to have revs. And it's like, damn it! I was like, where are the revs? And she's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're in there.
Search rev.
Angry,
Yeah, then like some of the
angry revs.
Yeah.
Angry revs, yeah.
Yeah, some of the words like were weird. Like you'd try to search exactly what you're looking for, and like nothing would come up. And you'd
Yeah.
be like, okay, well, what am I supposed to look for now?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of revs. Maybe I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah. Like I gotta go right now and go.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
Yeah, it's probably fine. It's probably good. Yeah, the thing with the pylons too. I was like, Steve, what's the deal with these pylons? And then what he told, I mean, I probably just wasn't doing it right, but he was like, just take pillows and like pitch shift them down. And I tried that and it didn't work. So
Pillows.
yeah, just with like if you like wave a pillow, kind of makes that like thud sound.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Keegan told me balloons.
Oh yeah, I think that was another thing he said to me.
Pitch down the balloon. You get like
True.
It sounded. I had something
I
that
didn't
I
even
thought
think
would
about
work,
any of that.
but it sounds wrong.
yeah, I haven't.
And Nella did like, she's like, they're just metal pylons, and I was like, I don't think so. She's like, well, they are in mine, and I was like, yeah, maybe I'll just do that. It's just easier to just go along with the car crash. I don't know.
did not even think of the pylons. I haven't gotten there yet.
I don't even think that they even like really did in the movie. There's a couple sound,
No.
like you know when
Just gonna
when
make a big
Steve,
crash
do you have Steve or Grady for
Grady.
that? Okay, well where Steve for us was like when they're like in the car and the chick like does the bumps. He's like, that's another sound effect. Like that's not in the
Oh.
original clip or like anything like that. So I don't know.
Jeez.
Yeah, Steve was
So
like,
much
sometimes
to
there's
do.
like keys in the car, and I tried that, but it sounded stupid. Because I
yeah.
wanted just like keys jingling, but like all the key sounds are like if you just like put them in
Yeah,
your
right
palm.
they're like
and-
so
Yeah.
prominent.
yeah,
right?
and I'm like, yeah, that doesn't
If there was
work.
like a scene of her like putting the key in the car,
Yeah.
that'd be useful. But
It'd be perfect.
other than that, like, don't put like confusing stuff. In
Yeah.
It's like why?
It can become too much for sure. I know Mike Tunks last week when we were in class doing it, he was like, I don't even know, like 20 seconds or something into the video, and then he's like, Jamie, come look at this or whatever, and she's like, am I doing the wrong video? He's like, what do you mean? And she's like, I don't have like any of this stuff that you have, and he's like, what do you mean? So he like comes over to me. He's like, can I see your video? I'm like, yeah. And like Mike was doing the wrong video. He was like pretty far into it. And he's like, what the hell?
Well, it's like I got all my ambient stuff in, like all the automation, and I wasn't doing it in 48K.
Oh no.
I was doing it in 44.
Yeah.
I just scrapped the entire.
Yeah.
Didn't take that long. But
That's so frustrating.
I didn't think about that.
Working in Pro Tools?
Yeah.
I did it in Logic. I like
Just, like,
know Logic
I'm
a
gonna do
little
the music
better.
in Logic.
Yeah, the music's super easy if you just use like Damage or whatever.
That's the part I'm worried about because I haven't started that yet. I'm almost done the sound effects, but like, then there's that whole other part.
Yeah. There's always like one more part just like around the corner.
Yeah.
Like, God damn it.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's crazy. We were listening to the blues assignments today
I'm doing that
in
tomorrow.
class. He played yours
Oh really?
for us, yeah. We like listened to everybody in the classes and then he just went through ones that he like really liked.
Oh, cool.
So he really liked yours.
Thanks, Dave.
It was cool. I liked it. It was funny though because he's like, "Oh, who else's do you want to listen to?" And I was like, "Oh, Carl's is like really good. You should play that one." He's like, "Okay." And he plays it, and there's just something wrong with like Carl's bounce or something.
No.
And it was literally like 20 seconds.
Oh, no.
And he plays it, and I'm like, "I don't think that was it." And he's like, "It's a little short." And I'm like, "Well, I like live right beside Carl, and I know that that's not what it sounded
Yeah.
like." So I like text. He's like, "Yeah, just give him to like resubmit it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know how you bounced it out, but it's like wrong, so you might want to like
Jeez,
resubmit
that
it."
sucks.
So it sounded like this Pink Floyd song. Like it was wild. I was in here like bouncing mine out, and then I hear him like and through the wall working on his. And I like walk over. I'm like, "What the hell, man? He just sounds wild."
Yeah, mine's kind of just a blatant Tame Impala ripoff at points.
It was a cool song though.
Oh, thanks.
You went all out.
I did, well, I just like that was my.
I did like a 3-minute.
Yeah, before I even started it, I was like, I'm just gonna like find some chords and like write some lyrics to it.
Yeah.
And so I just made a full song, but like all of my decisions were last minute. So I'm a little bit worried because I'm gonna have to talk about it and be like, I don't know, I just like thought of it that I put it in.
That was a weird thing. So he was like, "Oh, before I play it, you want to talk to us about it?" And most of us were just like, "Let's play it first, and then I'll tell you."
Yeah, you could ask me stuff.
I
and I'll
have
answer.
no idea what I did.
Yeah.
Again. I'm gonna have to listen to it. Yeah,
Jeez.
that's pretty funny. He played "Use." Like I don't know if you've heard it, but like
No.
it was like it's like this banger rap track.
Yeah.
Like obviously, it's like
Yeah.
totally what you expect it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
What'd you do for your creative cover?
I want to talk about it, man. We did Rockstar by Post Malone, and it just wasn't a good song choice.
Right.
I don't think. Like, yeah, I'm not stoked about how it turned out. We just did like a pretty like basic like rock version of it, and we were just like doing it, and I was like, this could be so. We should have just picked a different song because the lyrics were stupid. like I love writing lyrics and stuff, and that's like mainly what I focus on, and like listening to music and everything. So then when it came to this thing where I had to like sing these like garbage lyrics, I just like couldn't deliver them. And I was like, we shouldn't have did this song. We should have just did a different song.
Somebody else did Post Malone too.
Really?
Yeah, I saw somebody else's computer in class.
Yeah.
The other day. They were like sitting in front of me doing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, I
Did
definitely
that.
would have. Tilker wanted to do it, and I was like, yeah, like it sounded cool. And then we
Yeah.
started it, and I was like, oh no, this is definitely not the right move at all. He should have did something totally different.
he's cool.
But-
Like, I don't like that kind of music really, but
No, yeah,
I started. I listened to a couple songs because like H3H3.
Yep.
You seen that stuff?
Yep,
So I
yep.
just saw him on the podcast and
Yeah.
stuff, and I was like, oh, he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
The music's okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't-
Yeah, I didn't hate the song. Like,
Yeah.
I thought that's why I was like, yeah, sure, let's do
Yeah.
it. Like, it sounds pretty cool. And then we just like got into it, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, not my thing.
But it was at that point of like, we can't really pick a
can't go
new
back.
song. Yeah. So I was like, let's just try to make this like the best we can make it. But
Yeah, I did mine with Liam, and we went through like 4 songs.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
tough to like.
Yeah.
What did you guys end up doing?
We did No Rain by Blind Melon.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a killer song.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
I don't like any of their other songs.
Oh really?
Yeah, my mom has the CD, and when we picked it, I listened to it in the car, and I was like, man, this is all kind of lame
Yeah.
compared to. And it's funny because it all sounds like Pearl Jam or something.
Yeah.
It's like
from
90s
that,
alt
like,
rock.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the song doesn't sound anything like that, and
No.
it made their single. Right?
Yeah.
It's funny when people
Yeah.
think of that band, they think of that song, but
Yeah.
it doesn't really sound like that.
I'm not a huge Blind Melon fan, but there are some songs I like. They have a song "Soup" where like on like the guitar on it, it's like this cool like acoustic guitar thing. It's
Okay,
pretty
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that song, and like the other stuff.
Yeah.
It's fine, but there are like better bands that are
Yeah.
exactly like that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. What'd you like grow up on?
A lot. I started listening to the Ramones when I was like 6 or 7.
Okay.
So my dad was really into like post-punk and stuff.
Right.
He's like a big industrial guy now.
Yeah.
So he showed me the Ramones. He like gave me this mixtape and it had Rockaway Beach on it. And I just
cool.
listened to it over and over and over again. I think that's why I'm like really into songwriting, because so much of like punk rock music and stuff is based around the song, right?
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
and then grade 4, I met some friends. I started listening to like the classics, like Zeppelin, all that stuff. And then like Zeppelin, Sabbath. High school, I started listening to a lot of folk music.
Okay.
But like contemporary folk, like Dan Mangan and Iron and Wine and stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know.
Cool.
It's like so much. It's just like a timeline. I don't know.
Yeah. It's that's awesome. What about you?
Lots of the Beatles for me, probably. Like the earliest I can think is probably the Beatles, and then I mean, like I loved Green Day as American Idiot when it came out.
That's a classic.
Green Day, Billy Talent.
Billy
Simple
Talent.
Plan.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
My first concert was Billy Talent.
Oh, really? That's
with,
cool.
With Willem.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That was my second concert.
Oh,
I
that's
saw
cool.
Simple
The
Plan
John the
first.
Bad Center.
Oh, that's awesome. I saw Billy Talent for the first time last year when they were here in February.
Oh, at the
at
Rock the
Budweiser
Park.
Gardens.
Oh,
Budweiser Gardens.
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know they came again.
Yeah, it was cool.
They're cool, man.
my
I still
first-
like those albums.
Man, Billy Talent. Yeah, I like Billy Talent.
Yeah.
They're just like a good like rock band.
Mm-hmm. There's
know?
only a couple bands that I still listen to when I was a kid that I'll still like enjoy, and it's like Billy Talent, Green Day, the one Jimmy Eat World record. That's probably it.
Bleed American.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. My first concert was Kiss. I was
Nice.
13,
I've seen Kiss too.
Yeah. Hey, it's a good show.
Yeah.
It was like my uncle is like just who like got me into music and stuff, and then like he was like big into Kiss in like the 80s and 70s and stuff, right? But in his like music room, he just had like a ton of Kiss merch, which I later found out was like I don't really like them that much. They just have cool shit. Like, fair enough.
Yeah, fair.
But when I was like 7, I like just like looked up to him, so I was like, Kiss is the best. I love Kiss. So like
Gene Simmons is a good marketing guy.
Yeah, man.
He really
mean,
takes it all the way.
He does take it all the way.
Yeah.
And he made money. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I went to see Kiss with Keegan, and we were gonna see Aerosmith. It was probably like 2010 or something. I think I was like grade 7, and it was the year that Steven Tyler broke his collarbone falling off the stage.
Oh yeah,
so
I remember
they
that.
canceled the entire tour.
Right.
So then Keegan's parents were like, "Do you want to go see Kiss instead?" We were like, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah.
Like, it's a good show.
Yeah, it is
It's,
a
like,
good
fun
show.
to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have this photo. I had this like shitty digital camera that my parents had, and it would never it would like lag on taking the photo.
Right. Yeah.
So the part of the show where he like breathes fire or whatever, I was like, oh man, I need to get this, and the photo lagged, but like I took it too early, so I have like this perfect shot of
nice.
fireball like coming out of his mouth. Yeah, it's pretty badass.
When I saw them at JLC, Ace Frehley like shot the rocket out of his
Oh,
head
yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
and the light broke.
Yeah.
Fell on the stage.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That's like, I think
They
that was
don't
part of
care.
their
They have
stage show. Yeah. They
Yeah.
don't care. It was funny because, like, as soon as we moved in here, I just started, like, defending them because, like, Carl's like, Kiss is the worst ever. And I'm like, no, they're not, man. Come on, not the worst ever. And Nick's like, no, I hate them. So I just had this
definitely
revival.
worse than Kiss, but I mean,
Yeah, I had this like Carl was like, they're like the worst lyrics ever, and I was like, not the worst, like there's worse lyrics. I was
Yeah,
like, I
oh,
can't
yeah.
believe I'm gonna defend Kiss lyrics, but like they're not the worst. They're definitely not good. I was like, it's dad rock, man. Like, what do you want from them? It's
Yeah.
exactly what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's
Not the
pretty funny,
peak of all.
No, definitely
No.
not. Definitely not. I'm not gonna sit here and be like they're the best band of all time. I'm fully aware of like what they
Yeah.
are. They're just like
they're
a piece of
band
my
to make
childhood.
money,
Yeah,
you know,
for
like,
sure.
and they did. So.
They did it, man.
Accomplished
They
it.
did.
Put on a show.
There's just like there's the 8-year-old inside of me that's like they don't suck.
Yeah, well, that's like me with Aerosmith. I was such a huge
Yeah.
Aerosmith fan for so long, and like can't listen to Aerosmith anymore. But part of me is like, no, they're fine.
Yeah.
They have good. He's a good singer.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
most of the reason that I liked them. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If it
Yeah,
makes
it's-
people happy, it
Yeah, man.
translates.
Yeah,
You know?
it's what it is.
That's what it's about.
It's true.
What it's about. Yeah, I had to bring all my posters down from home, and then that one's there just because I love that poster. But
Does it glow in the dark?
It doesn't glow. That Queens of Stone Age one actually glows in the dark, but
they're well represented, eh?
Yeah. I'm a huge Queens fan. I'm not like, I look like I'm more of a Nirvana fan than I am, because like my mom, when I was in high school, I was like, because I went through like my Nirvana phase,
Right.
And then like that's all my mom was like. He likes Nirvana, so she's just like, anything music I give for my mom is just like Nirvana related, and I'm like, I mean, I like them, yeah, but I'm not like a huge fan.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty
like,
funny.
When at least all of my relatives are like, oh, he likes music, so like, I'll give him a hat with a guitar on it.
Yeah,
it's like the most like borderline music. Like
that's pretty close
funny
to
gifts.
me too. Yeah, like especially like my dad's side, because like there's no music like from that side at all. So like they just don't get it at all. So like anything music related is like super generic. And it's like, oh, that has a guitar on it. Yeah. It's like, yeah, that's for sure the same thing. Thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I've got some cool things.
Yeah.
My uncle gave me this cool book, like every guitar. It's like a guitar.
Oh, I think
whatever that's called.
I have a book like that too. Yeah.
Probably the same one.
It's probably the same one. Yeah. Well, my grandma actually that she did give me was cool. I can't remember where they were. They were like down south or something. But it's just like it's a guitar, but it's like made out of Coke cans. It's like pretty cool. It's just like a cool little like thing to have.
Yeah,
that is dope.
Yeah.
It's like those there's this guy outside the city that makes like banjos and mandolins out of like paint cans and stuff.
Oh really?
Those are cool.
Yeah, that's super cool.
They're like art pieces though. I doubt they're like that playable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I think they might.
They might be.
They
Yeah,
might
you
be.
never know.
Experiment with it. You never know.
I got a cool gift from my uncle. He gave me like he recorded at Abbey Road a couple summers ago, and he gave me like some Abbey Road themed pics, but I haven't opened them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because I'm like, they probably are worth a lot of money if they're like from Abbey Road.
Yeah.
Could sell them.
That's super cool.
Regift.
To re-gift them one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. When I was my last summer in Meaford, before like I started the program here, I was working like landscaping, and one of my coworkers, I didn't like her at all, but anyway, she's like she's trying. I think she knew I didn't like her. We like didn't get along, but like she would always like try to like make conversation and stuff with me, because she like at one point realized that I didn't like her, and so she was like, oh, so yeah, so you're like into music and stuff, and I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, what do you play? Like all like the standard questions you get. And then she was like, yeah, I have a cousin who played bass on like that Lou Reed song, like Walk on the Wild Side. And I'm like, really? And, and she's like, yeah, it was pretty cool. And that was like it. And I was like, okay, well, now I'm interested.
Yeah,
Tell me more stuff. That was like all she had for me. And I'm like, oh, what the hell? Like, that's super interesting. And that's all you got for me?
Get her on the next episode.
Yeah, I have to. Or just be like, who's your cousin? And put me in touch with that guy. Yeah. And then, you know, I'm like, that's pretty badass, though. It's a pretty cool bass line.
It's a great track.
Great track. Killer track. Oh, cool.
Not the bass part, though.
Yeah, okay. So we went over your solo, well, not solo stuff, but like your guys' project.
Mm-hmm.
That's coming out. Friends of the Cove, music video.
Friends of the Cove.
Is there anything coming out for Daytrip?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. I don't really know when.
It's another in progress.
Right.
Sugar Shack project.
I didn't record with them, but they did Sugar Shack in like late August or something.
Yeah, we got a pretty sweet looking animated music video.
Oh, cool.
That's in the works.
That'd be cool.
So yeah, still waiting for mixes and stuff there.
Yeah.
It seems like there's still quite a bit to do on those songs too. They're kind of sparse.
Yeah,
So
right.
There's some work to do, but yeah, on the horizon. We got some shows coming up in the new year.
True, yeah.
I think a few in January maybe. And
Cool.
With Bad Habit and Brighter Green.
Okay.
And a couple other bands, I think.
That's with Daytrip?
Yeah.
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 I think we have something in Toronto or.
We have a show in Sarnia.
Okay. Where do you guys like play that you like? What's like your favorite spots that you play?
Or just like in general.
Yeah.
I mean, Rum Runners is kind of a given.
Yeah.
Rum Runners and the Tars tend to be the best, well attended and good energy gigs tend to be one of those two places.
We used to play Norma Jean's a lot. When Norma Jean's is like full, it's really good.
Yeah.
But when it's empty, it's like kind of.
I've been there. The stage is like huge at
It is really big. Yeah. I remember when they got that like little thing at the front.
Yeah.
Like, extension or whatever.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, Rainbows Towers. Evac's fun.
Okay.
Because it's like just chill and you do your own thing. Their sound system's a little weak.
Yeah.
So like big bands, it's hard to play there.
Right.
But like for solo shows and stuff, it's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're just doing like an acoustic thing or whatever. That's cool. Yeah, cool, man. Yeah. We're hopefully getting Rum Runners tire stuff next year. I think there's a tire show in the works, but if it comes together, it's gonna be cool. But I haven't like heard like a final word on that yet. But
well, there's that other venue, right? Like the one you're playing.
Oh, the Saddle Dome. Yeah, we're hoping that works out because they're like it's Josh Grossi and Luke from first year. I don't know if you know. It's new. The first show is January 6th. Cool. And it's going to be Lost Arts and Personal Space and Cake Face. And it was going to be Luke's band, but I think they're not going to be ready. So I think we're looking for a fourth band now.
Yeah, hit me up.
But, hey, Josh, I just booked Willem, so it's fine.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I think, well, there was like it's kind of like a whole like cluster thing that I won't talk about like while we're recording, but like, but yeah, we're trying to find somebody else because Luke was like, oh, we'll just get this band. And we were like, no, we'll find somebody else. But yeah, hopefully that works out though. That's kind of just an experiment, you know, because it is like it's on Calgary Street, so we're like hoping.
Oh, is it far? I have no idea.
It's not like that far, but it's just like it's over there. It's not like around walk here. Yeah. I know. Well, I know Josh is like planning on doing like a little bit of a shuttle. But, like, we're trying to convince, because he's like, I'm just going to shuttle people there, and then they got to figure out how to get home. And I'm like, we're like, people would rather, like, get home. Like, people can get there. Yeah. It's getting home that's, like, the trouble, man. So, I think he's still got to figure that out. But hopefully it works out, though. I know, like, Luke wants to do it next year, so this is more so just sort of, like, a trial thing for him to see if it... You know?
Yeah, well, the first year's don't have a venue yet.
No. So yeah, I think that's kind of the plan to do that. So it should be fun anyway, hopefully. We played with Personal Space last week, and that's a good time. So
that's a good fit.
That's the thing. Yeah, I think, like, it's important to, like, find, you know, like, you guys got, like, you know, you can play with Austin, like, whenever, right? And, like, it's good to, like, kind of find your group.
Your niche.
Yeah, exactly. Like, know what's up. But, yeah. Who are your, like, songwriting like idols?
Oh, good question. Jeff Mangum from Neutral Milk Hotel is a big one. I first really started writing songs when I started listening to them.
Right.
He like changed my world.
Right.
James Mercer from the Shins is a big one. I love his lyrics. Bright Eyes, like Connor Oberst from Bright Eyes.
Okay.
Andy Schaaf is a big one. I just started listening to Andy Schaaf
like
a couple years ago, maybe even a year ago or something. But he's like probably one of the best Canadian songwriters right now.
Okay.
I think that's it. I really like what's the guy from the Arctic Monkeys?
Oh, Alex Turner.
Yeah, I love his lyrics. I don't love a lot of the new music, but like that first record, the lyrics on that.
His lyrics are awesome. Yeah. He's definitely one for me.
Yeah, I think that's like pretty much sums it up. I have like a lot of different lyrical inspiration, like Bon Iver and stuff. I like his lyrics. I like the way that like they kind of write, him and like James Mercer from the Shins and stuff. They kind of write in like a palette.
Right.
Like, it doesn't necessarily make sense to a lot of other people.
Right.
They're just like they write about like a topic and then it like it's kind of like just stuff that could sound cool.
Right.
That like surrounds this like broader idea, which I think is really cool. But it's also like it's easier to write like cool imagery than it is to write like a great story with cool imagery. So I've been trying to write a lot of stories recently, but it is tough. You know?
Yeah, that's something I've been thinking about too. Because I've never like really done like a story song. I had like a few, but it's also like you gotta write like 10 of them, right?
Yeah, it's gotta rhyme.
Like, a good one.
Too,
Yeah,
like, it's tough to write stories that rhymes. That's something Andy Schaaf's really good at.
Right.
He takes a lot of inspiration from like Paul Simon.
Okay.
And Randy Newman and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're great storytellers.
That's awesome. Do you listen to Frank Turner at all? You know who that even is?
Frank Turner. I recognize the name.
You should check out Frank Turner. He's like I always describe it as like punk folk.
Okay.
Like musically folk, but like lyrically punk rock. Cause like that's where he's like he came from this like hardcore punk band in England, And yeah, he's fucking crazy, man.
That's kind of like Bright Eyes too.
Yeah, like, like that's what like my tattoos and everything. Like,
oh, cool.
I'm a huge fan of Frank Turner. His like newer stuff is like less aggressive, but like some of his like older albums are like really good and like lyrically. Like, yeah, awesome.
Totally.
Yeah, I would definitely check it out. But yeah, cool. What about you for like bass? You mainly bass? Like you play piano?
Yeah, bass is
stuff,
probably my
right?
primary instrument.
Yeah. You like dabble though?
Oh yeah, no, I like to get my hands on
just bass.
Lots of bass.
Bass, man.
Yeah, I mean, I started on keyboards and stuff.
Right.
Learning piano, which translates well to lots of other things.
Yeah. Do you have like any like big like musical inspirations?
Big musical inspirations.
Your guys?
Oh my gosh.
Fantasy draft time.
Yeah, it's probably like producers and stuff.
Okay.
There's a band I really love, Of Montreal.
Okay.
It's mostly written by one guy.
He's one of my favorite artists too.
I have to listen back to this and grab everything that you guys said.
Kevin Barnes is his name.
Yeah.
So he writes and produces most of their albums except for a few.
Okay.
And it's just wild, crazy out there stuff. Really.
Right.
David Bowie inspired, so that too. But it all kind of comes back to like George Martin.
Yeah.
Brian Wilson.
Yeah.
Like the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
A lot of classic stuff, and then like Nigel Godrich, Radiohead's producer, for contemporary stuff.
Right.
That's maybe my biggest inspiration.
Awesome.
And everything Tom York does.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Tom York's one of those guys. You either love him or you hate him. I think it's generally
divisive. Yeah.
I don't know like too many people that like just like kind of like Radiohead.
Yeah.
You either like really like Radiohead or you don't.
Definitely.
That's true. I see a lot of Radiohead hate on the internet.
Yeah.
They're too sad apparently. It's still good music. Can still be sad if it's good music.
Yeah, it's a weird thing with like sad stuff. That's what Mike said for us with Share the Land, because like we don't know, we write like heavier, like sadder music kind of thing. And he's like, I mean, I like Old Man and you can play it, but I prefer it if you guys played something more like upbeat. And I'm like, okay.
Right.
And then he'd said, not like Sunny Days.
Yeah.
And then we played Sunny Days.
Right. Yeah. True. He was like, we need that.
Yeah.
Thank God. We whipped that together in like a couple hours.
Yeah,
we did.
We did ours in like less than a week too.
Yeah, it was super stressful. We practiced like this Saturday and like got nothing done. Mm-hmm. We like thought of Sunny Days at the end. We were like, okay, like everybody go home, learn it, kind of, and we'll come back and like try to pull this together. Yeah. And like, luckily it kind of worked. But I had like my phone on the front for the lyrics because I did not know them.
Yeah, that's it was rough. Yeah, we were so nervous, man. Yeah. And there's so many acts too, so it was like, I mean, I think Mike likes us, but still, if we fuck this up, like,
so
kind of put the pressure on it.
Yeah,
forcing everyone to go.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's been saying like there are a lot of people who would have been in it past years that won't get in this year.
Yeah,
there's so many people.
I was at the meeting yesterday, and there's like a number system and stuff. Of like, there's a lot of like number ones though, and he was saying, which is like you're on the show kind of thing,
right?
Like, he's like, this is the first year where there's like so many number ones. Like usually there's just there's number twos, and that's the show kind of thing.
Right.
So,
Jeez.
Yeah, I know there's cuts on Friday for like the people that just aren't, but there's only like 4 people, and then like the first week back is like the twos go and like get your
shit gets real, man.
Yeah, it's weird because like I mean Mike has the acts that he likes, so like that helps. Right. You know?
Yeah.
Even if it like wasn't awesome, because I know there's people that he told to like change their song, but like he still wants them on the show, kind of thing. So like. Yeah.
Probably like Austin. He asked them to change the suburbs, right?
Yeah. When Austin started playing, like when they started playing that, I was like, oh man, I'm like this sounds awesome, but I know Mike's not gonna like it.
Exactly.
It's only the Grammy album.
Yeah. It's one of those things. Like maybe I just don't get it. And we're like, it's really good, man.
They have to be like classic songs.
Yeah.
Also, you can do like Keegan and Sarah.
Yeah. I know Nella was doing that, but I think he wants her to change too.
Yeah, well, they did it, and he seemed to really like it, and then they did it the second time, and he was like, no, never mind, change it.
Yeah. It's weird. I know. Well, I know like Drake was like, we could like do something to like a weekend song. And I was like, probably, but I know Mike wants something older, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. We did that Keegan and Sarah song last year, and we were like, yeah, it's just kind of boring.
Yeah.
I want to do something like at least more musically interesting.
Yeah. Well, it was like when like for our kind of pick for Old Man was like it's such just like a basic like song, right? Like in its own right. So like we could kind of just do like whatever to it, provided it doesn't like ruin it.
Yeah. That was the thing. We dabbled with some Harvest Moon.
Yeah. And I like wasn't sure, you know, because then like Alex Emmerich was here, and he's like top A&R guy. Like him and Mike are like dealing with all of it, right? I'm like, what do you think, man? He's like, I mean, I like it, but I don't know. And then Mike even said, like, I thought I was gonna hate this, but it was all right.
Right. Yeah.
I thought it was pretty
dope. I don't know, man. So I don't know what we're.
I didn't even realize what song it was at first, which I think is a good thing. Yeah. And you start singing, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
This one. Yeah.
It's funny because like that's what Mike wants, but then like Dan was like, sometimes the Share the Land songs, man, they're just like they're not the song.
Yeah,
like,
there's a fine line.
You have to respect.
The
piece as it is.
Yeah, there were a couple ones last year where I was like, man, like they were really cool.
Yeah,
but if it's like fully not the song anymore, it's not a cover.
Yeah,
it's just like. But I would say yours was still a cover.
I was trying to keep like the vocal melody there at least because like Nick's just like slamming away riffs and stuff.
Yeah,
so it's like I want to like keep it, but I don't know if we gotta change it. I don't know what we're gonna change it to, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, fair.
Whatever. Cool. You guys got anything else you want to talk about or anything? We mentioned everything.
Actually, I was gonna ask you about your music video.
Oh yeah, we're doing.
I just like saw the screenshot. I was like, that looks so cool.
Yeah, that's what we did it up here, up in the jam space with Anthony Middick.
Oh, true.
Yeah, it was cool. We actually it was kind of weird because I was talking to like the band. I'm like, you guys want to like think? I know Anthony will do one for like cheap, but it'll be good. So I just like shot him a message, and then he was like, yeah, you want to do it on Wednesday? And I was like, oh fuck. Then I was like, well, I was like, I kind of like already like had an idea, so I was like, yeah, like fuck it, sure. But I was like, also we only have like the demo, like everything was mixed and done recording, but like it wasn't mixed to like what Dan did. He's like, it's good, like as long as you're not changing anything, it'll be fine. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So, as long as the tempo's the same.
Yeah, as long as it's the same tempo. Yeah. So we like it's like kind of a performance video, but like with a twist kind of thing.
Right,
like the song's like lyrically like a little like schizophrenic, so that's kind of like what the video's like. Yeah, it's cool. Whenever we get Dan's stuff back, it'll probably come out like January. Is the plan. Because we haven't quite finished everything yet. I think the second song's ready to be sent out, just with some editing, and then me and Carl did vocals for 2 other songs on Friday, and then there's one more song to do vocals. So there's like 3 songs to like finish up still, but then like 2 are gonna be done. So like we're shooting for the end of the year for the EP, but. Totally. Yeah, I'm thinking January. We're waiting for like a good I talked to Edie a while ago, and he said like he was looking for like January and kind of on for us for Run Runners. So cool. I want to wait before like a Run Runner show, or if this tire show we're supposed to do works out, maybe just before that. Yeah. Just to like, I want to wait and make sure it's like good. This is like my first release for anything, so I'm like just been like talking to everybody. Like, what do you think we should do?
I gotta What's talk to the move? I want to play there sooner than later.
Yeah, exactly. It was funny when we I shot him an email, and then that was like kind of it, where he was like, yeah, man, like we'll figure it out, and I like sent him the demo. And then I hadn't like heard anything, and then it's like me and Nick are like all nervous at like that show that you guys did, like the Daytrip show. We were like there, and he was just like at the bar. And we're like, but Nick's like, we gotta go talk to him. Let's go talk to him. And I'm like, we gotta go up like cool. We can't just go up man. Like, hey, dude, what's up? So we like, it was funny. So I was like, let's go to the bar. We'll buy a beer. And then like, I'll just be like, oh, hey, man. Right? So we go up to the bar. And like, as soon as we get to the bar, this like his buddy like cuts me off. And I'm like, so, and then Nick's like freaking out. Nick's like, let's just go interrupt them. And I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. Let's just go interrupt him, right? So anyway, like the guy leaves, and I just go up, and I'm like, oh, hey, man. And I go to like reintroduce myself. He's like, no, man, I know who you are. He's like, I actually tried to say hey to you earlier, and it was like a perfectly good conversation. Nice. He's like, yeah, he's like, I'm just booked until the end of the year. So he's like, you know, we're looking into next year. And I'm like, okay.
Well, cool. When he did the guest lecture, he was like, we're pretty much booked into like February.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. Stop booking so far in advance. Yeah. So yeah, that's something I wanna do. Get like a real stage We did like a couple Fitzroy shows, which was kind of fun.
Yeah,
but
we played there a couple times.
Fitzroy, yeah, it's got a nice stage. Yeah. Well, we played the last show we played a Saturday night, like right after the Arkells played.
Right. Yeah.
So that was kind of cool because just naturally everybody.
You get some of those London Knights fans coming in. Some
yeah.
nights too.
Yeah.
Played some good gigs there.
Yeah, it's in a really good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird room, but
it's a weird room. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird because when we played at the tavern on the weekend, like the stage is really small and everything, but like
big speaker decal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. Well, the first time we played Fitzroy's was like a Wednesday, like indie night.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "Oh, you guys don't really need to bring anything. We got drums and stuff." So we're like, "Okay." And so like Drake brings like some of his breakables, and we show up, and it's like this tiny drum kit, and like all the heads are like pitted, and we're like, "Yeah, we'll be right back." Like drive back here and grab all of his stuff. We just like used all of our stuff. Like you guys didn't really have anything, but it was pretty funny. Yeah, but the room's weird for like an audience. It's not like
have a tunnel.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but it's a good stage.
Sound booth is like right
on
the stage. But
yeah, it's weird. But
cool people and like works pretty well as a venue.
Yeah, the guys, they were really nice to us. The dude that like the Jeff guy that like books it or whatever. When we played the first time, he was like hammered by the time we were finished, and they're like, "Oh, like Jeff loved you guys, by the way." And I'm like, "Oh, awesome, cool." And we're like loading in, and he comes outside, and he's like, "Oh, I fucking loved you guys." He's just like saying how much he loved us. He's like, "I want you back. You can come back." It's like, awesome, man. Thanks. It's such a weird interaction. Yeah. I'm not like drunk at all, and you're like hammered. But thanks for liking us, dude. That's really cool.
So drunk words or super thoughts.
Yeah, it's true. It's like, hey man. Apparently though, what's also hilarious about that night was like Cam and Carl and all those guys were there, and apparently there was these two dudes behind them just chirping us the whole time, like just hated us. It was like I was like, yeah, this was like our third show. Like thanks a lot for like coming out or whatever. And I guess they're like, it's pretty obvious it's their third show. Just like, got one more song for you. Like, oh fuck, they got one more song. It's like, I would have been mad about that if like it wasn't like, hey, come back and we want to pay you more money to play again. Like I would have been like, oh man, but I'm like whatever.
Just angry people.
Yeah, I mean you're not gonna please everybody, right? So like whatever.
You fought them though, right?
Yeah, well obviously I was like, who was it? Show me who they were. Yeah, no, I didn't do that. That'd be pretty wild though. That'd be a badass story.
Yeah. That band.
That'd be that band. Yeah, they fight people afterwards. Don't talk shit, or they'll fight you.
We all know. Got like spies.
Yeah, we have plants in there. Yeah. Oh, that'd be crazy. Yeah. Awesome. Well, cool. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Thanks for having
us. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. Come back. It was fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. This will be episode 13 probably.
Lucky number.
I have like a bunch of them like just stocked, so I have to be like, fuck, which one is this again?
Right. Yeah.
Liam was here last week, and it was probably the easiest one I've ever done because he just talked like the whole time. I would ask him like one question, and he would just go. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't remember what your original question was." And I was like, "Well, you answered about 4 that I had, so it's perfectly fine."
I was saying to somebody the other day, I forget who it was. I was talking to. Oh, it was Liam. We were talking about like how there's so many like mix engineers that are just like really talkative people.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of our professors and stuff. And, like, they'll just like keep talking.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
That's true. Yeah.
It's good. I mean, you have to do that as an engineer, right?
Yeah.
You gotta get good at talking to people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's funny.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. This is weird doing this because there's some people that'll ask and they're like, I don't know how this is like gonna go, but some people aren't like very chatty, but. Which is, I guess I have to then just figure out how to like make people talk. Right? But, yeah. All right, man. Cool. Men. Oh wait, men.